Coming up on Kochie's Business Builders, meet the founder whose clever idea has helped regional businesses find their feet in times of strife. Smart business tips from a successful entrepreneur, plus the AI apps that are taking the heavy lifting out of writing content. G'day and welcome to a special episode of Kochie's Business Builders, where we'll be taking a deep dive into the social enterprise that has helped so many rural and regional businesses survive and thrive. I'm talking about Spend With Us and Buy From a Bush Business. It's an online marketplace that connects us city slickers to our country cousins and provides rural businesses with the opportunity to create an online store to sell their products or services. Now, the brains behind this initiative is Sarah Britz. Sarah is a designer and developer by trade who has worked in tech for the past couple of decades. When the bushfire crisis happened in 2020 and so many Aussie small businesses were absolutely devastated and impacted, Sarah knew she wanted to help. So she put her skills to use and Spend With Us was born. Of course, it was probably not as simple as that. So Sarah's here to give us the lowdown on the campaign and marketplace that has grabbed the imagination of a nation. Sarah, so good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, take us back to that moment when you had the idea for Spend For Us. What sparked it?
So I realised that there were so many rural businesses during the bushfires that couldn't keep trading and weren't online. I was watching it on the news. I was seeing it all over social media. I put out a call because I'm a web designer by trade and offered my services pro bono to see if any small businesses wanted some assistance to get online, and I got inundated with requests. And when I was talking to a few of these businesses, I just came up with the idea to create one central platform. Rather than creating little websites for each of them, I could create one platform, a marketplace, that they could quickly and easily create their own online stores, and then consumers would have one place they could come and find and discover these businesses and support them.
It was a genius idea, wasn't it, when you look back at it? How did you get the word out? You said you were inundated, but how did you get the message out to so many businesses?
So I was on social media. That was probably the first place that I went to. There was a number of Facebook groups where people were sort of saying how they didn't know what they were going to do. They didn't know where to start. So I put out the word on social media. Within about a week, there was over 50 businesses onboarded, and it just grew from there.
So it was word of mouth, basically.
Yes,
good old-fashioned word of mouth, yes. Sparked by social media.
It is, yeah. I mean, social media is a great marketing tool as well. There were so many Facebook groups that I was on that people were saying, how do I find these businesses? How do I give them some help and support? And by creating Spend With Us, this enabled them to have one place they could come to and find these businesses.
It was amazing, wasn't it? It had an incredible impact. Why do you think it resonated so much?
I think it resonated for a number of reasons. Australians, they love to help, and the fact that there was something that was really easy and quick to find and discover these businesses and what they were selling and offering made a big impact for them. The website itself is full of businesses that have got incredible products, unique things that you can't find in shops or anywhere else. It also means that people don't have to travel to get to these towns, especially when the bushfires were happening. You couldn't get anywhere. You couldn't get to these places, and you can shop with these businesses online wherever you are in Australia or even around the world. So
it's what makes us pretty unique, doesn't it? That sense of community, and I think the connection between the city and the country. City slickers just want to help when the bushies are doing it tough, don't they?
I think Australians are fantastic. They come together and want to support each other. It's something I love about Australia. Yep.
So Spend For Us then started, and then Jen Donovan linked up with you.
Yeah.
With Buy From a Bush Business.
That's right.
How did that happen?
So we were running an event called Buy From a Bushfire Business Weekend. We were trying to encourage people to buy from a business that had been affected by the fires. And I was putting it out all over social media, and I found Jen's group. She started a Buy From My Bush Business group, which was to help all the drought-affected farmers in her community, and her on all the local businesses. And we started chatting and we realized that we had the same kind of mission and that by working together, we could actually have a greater impact than by doing things alone. And that's where Spend With Us by From Bush Business.
All right, we're going to find out how that marriage really set you up to take off even further. So stick with us, Sarah. It's been a fascinating story so far. We'll be back with more after the break. Coming up, could your business survive a disaster? Plus, we reveal the ultimate AI content creators that can help you get your SEO and copywriting done in a flash.
G'day folks, Tracy Sheen, the Digital Guide, back with another tech tip. We're leaning into AI again this week and talking about content creation. So important for our businesses, isn't it? Everything from social media to emails to newsletters to website content, it goes on. And it's something that a lot of small business owners struggle with. So, you might have heard of ChatGPT by now, but there are a bunch of other AI content writing tools that can help you make short work out of content creation. Why not check out platforms like Jasper, Gamma, ChatGPT, and even CopyMate? All of them will help you write SEO-based content, write emails, write web forms, write long-form content. So make short work of your content creation by leaning into the latest that AI has to offer. Stay curious. I'll see you around for another tech tip.
Welcome back to Kochie's Business Builders. Well, did you know the Asia Pacific region is the most disaster-prone region in the world? Aussies are regularly impacted by floods, bushfires, cyclones and drought, and the number of climate-related disasters has doubled over the past 20 years. But the key to surviving these climate catastrophes often lies in being prepared. And should the worst happen, having the resilience to start afresh. Sarah, this is something you're very passionate about. You live in a regional area. The organisation was born out of bushfires. Summer's coming up. How can businesses prepare for the worst?
Yeah, so I think it's very important, especially with the imminent bushfire season approaching, that businesses are prepared by diversifying what they do, making sure that they've got multiple sales channels. If they've got a bricks and mortar store and they don't have an online presence, it's really important that they should look at getting one now. I mean, there's lots of easy ways to set one up, even just by using a marketplace like ours to get a way that they can have money coming in and keep trading if their normal method of accessibility isn't available.
Because, as you know, in the early days, a lot of small business are not really tech savvy. It's the first step they should do, the first couple of steps to almost overcome their fear.
Yeah, so if they're not tech savvy, there are lots of easy platforms like ours that they can use to set up an online store and start selling. I mean, I think having an online store where they've got a secure payment method where they can have instant sales is really important. And by using a platform like ours, they can submit an application. Once it's approved, they can have a store up and running within 5 to 10 minutes and be selling to people all over Australia. They can reach an audience that they would never have dreamed of before. It's
a really good first step to going full bottle digital, isn't it? Because you provide the templates, you provide all the payment services. You're a one-stop shop.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, we've got this massive Facebook group with over 365,000 members in that our sellers can promote to. That's a huge targeted audience of shoppers that would be incredibly difficult to reach any other way. And we offer, lots of other benefits through our marketplace. We do ads for them. We do lots of education and training on how to, embrace online selling and use social selling to their advantage.
And what about the resilience aspect? You meet a lot of small business owners who have gone through tough times. What are some of the common themes that they adopt to really reinforce resilience to get through a tough period?
I think the first step is getting online or even starting a business. A lot of our sellers really wanted financial independence, or they needed to pivot and diversify, especially when things like the drought and fires happened, because their normal way of earning money wasn't available to them. We've got some incredibly inspirational stories from people on our platform, which is amazing to hear. And I think anyone can set up a business and anyone can embrace online selling. They just need to know where to look.
Great advice. We'll be back very shortly with more advice from Sarah Britz after the break. Coming up, we reveal the awards giving rural businesses their time in the spotlight. We're back with Sarah Britz, co-founder of Spend With Us and Buy From a Bush Business. Now, a couple of years ago, you and Jen Donovan came up with another great initiative, the Australian Rural Business Awards. Now, take us through that. Why did you set it up and what does it do?
So I was doing some research about award ceremonies, and I realised that there was no awards ceremony out there that really celebrated solely Australian rural and regional small businesses. So I had a chat to Jen and we came up with the idea to create one ourselves.
Right. So that first year, how was the response when you asked for nominations?
It was just incredible. We had so many businesses apply, and the stories behind what they've gone through, and it was just absolutely amazing. And when we held the awards night, you could see that people were truly grateful that we were highlighting their amazing business achievements and recognising their stories.
So what were the goals you set yourself for the awards to achieve?
We really wanted to be able to highlight and celebrate as many rural and regional small businesses as possible. I mean, they're just incredible people out in the bush, and the talent that's there is just, it goes unnoticed. And we wanted to make sure that Australians and people of the world could see what incredible businesses are out there.
Do you have some favourite businesses that have really knocked your socks off and you've thought, wow, going online has revolutionised these guys?
Absolutely, yeah. So I'd say one of my favourite businesses is Ruby Wood. She's created these laundry crystals, which are just amazing. And she wanted to become financially independent and didn't know what to do. And she came up with this idea, and she's just doing so well. She only uses Spend With Us as her online platform and uses our Facebook group to get the word out. And she's getting sales all the time, which is just incredible.
And stories like that must be so inspirational for you to know the impact has just been massive.
Absolutely, yes. I mean, I know that we've helped so many businesses, especially during fires and floods and COVID, to actually survive and stay afloat. We've had so many messages come through from sellers that have used our platform, and it's given them that safeguard to keep trading.
And what's the feedback from customers? Obviously, the rural businesses have loved it, but what about the feedback from customers who are buying through the platform?
Customers love it because you come to our platform and you find things that you will not find anywhere else. There's just so many unique and beautiful products. If you want to buy Christmas presents, it's the perfect place to come because you'll just find products from all across Australia that are so different.
And what's the growth like? Is it continuing with not only consumers but also businesses listing on the marketplace?
Absolutely, it continues all the time. We constantly trying to get the word out to other rural and regional small businesses to let them know about our platform and to explain that we can help them to get more sales when it's one of the toughest periods in retail at the moment, and a lot of businesses are struggling. So by using a platform like us, we've got a ready-made audience of hundreds of thousands of people that they can promote to.
What do you advise each of the small businesses to do to stand out? What's the secret to making sure you get the eyeballs when they come onto the platform?
That's a difficult question, but what we try and do is explain to the sellers, how to create good photos of their products, how to write good listings, how to use SEO, how to promote on our Facebook group properly so that their posts stand out over all the other posts that are there. There's a lot of things that come into sort of making your business stand out, and we have a lot of tutorials and webinars to help our sellers with that.
And how important is it for the business owner to tell their story as part of it?
Well, that's extremely important because there are so many inspirational stories, and that's one of the things that our platform does well. When you come on, you can go to a business's page and you can read the story and the reason why they've set up their business, why they might have had to diversify their business, and where they're based, what they've gone through. And you know that when you're making a purchase on our platform that you're actually making a difference.
Yeah, and customers love the connection, don't they? That they're connecting with a real human being.
Yes, exactly, yeah. And when you purchase on our platform, you're directly making a difference to the small business, to the entire rural and regional community that they belong to. So
yeah, it is just fantastic. Stay with us, more of Sarah after the break. After the break, ModiBodi founder Kristy Chong shares her business tips, plus more from Sarah Britz and Spend With Us.
Hi, I'm Kristy Chong. I'm the founder of ModiBodi, and I'm just going to give you a few general tips about growing and scaling a business. Firstly, I'd suggest that you face it till you make it, don't fake it till you make it. And the reason I say that is you want to lean in and find out all the answers to your problems. If you're faking it, you're not going to be successful. Secondly, I'd say lean into those metrics. Understand all the metrics across your business because they're what drive the growth and the efficiencies, and they're going to help you scale as well. But don't just look at the hard metrics, you need to look at the soft metrics. And to do that, go and talk to your staff and get the insight about what's going on and lean into your customer feedback as well. And lastly, I'd say be confident and make sure you've got passion towards the product and business that you've created, because it takes many years to be successful in business. So if you don't have the passion at the beginning, it's not going to help you get there to the end.
Welcome back to Kochie's Business Builders. Today, we've been chatting with Sarah Britz, co-founder of Spend With Us and Buy From a Bush Business. And what a fascinating story it has been so far. Sarah, now that your business partner has moved on to other ventures and you're flying solo with the empire, what are the future plans for Spend With Us and Buy From a Bush Business?
We've got lots of plans to put into action. We're going to continue expanding our features and rolling out new things with the platform. And we just want to continue supporting rural and regional small businesses and get more businesses on board and get the word out to more consumers to support us.
How do you keep the community actively engaged on the platform?
It's a consistent job to do that. We're constantly putting out new events and promotions to highlight the products and the businesses that are on our platform. We do a lot of things through media. We do advertising. We do a lot of things to help get the word out and spread the word for shopping with rural businesses, not just when there's fires, but all the time.
Yeah. And then, of course, there's that balance you have between having a social impact and obviously you've got to be sustainable and commercially into the future. How do you balance those two things up with each other?
I'd say that's probably our biggest challenge. We want to be affordable for rural businesses to have a place that they can come to and create an online store, but we also need to be a sustainable business, and managing that is probably the most difficult thing. We have a lot of corporates that have sponsored us or purchased our gift cards in the past, and that's made a really big difference to helping keep our platform running, and we're consistently thinking of new ways that we can do things like that. Okay,
so for business owners out there in the city who are looking for maybe gift ideas for their staff coming up for this Christmas, gift cards
Absolutely.
are the way to do it, which has a social impact for regional Australia.
Absolutely. We have a great corporate gifting program where we can custom gift cards for corporates, and it makes a massive difference to these small businesses. And when you're gifting a gift card to your employees or to your clients, they're able to come on and choose from over 25,000 products on our platform, which is, and they know that when they're making a purchase that it's really making a difference.
Yeah, what a great idea. So what's the next step in the growth for the marketplaces, for both of them?
We've got a long roadmap of different ideas and things to go on. We're just looking forward to continuing the growth and getting more businesses.
Still here in Australia? The focus is on Australia?
Right now, the focus is on Australia. We do have some plans to potentially expand elsewhere. We're looking at maybe doing wholesale and a few other things and bringing in new features that will help support our businesses even more.
So where do you get your support from for your own professional development and advisors?
I have a really good team behind me that really helps me out with everything, and I have a great support network with my husband and my family, and collaborating with other business owners, like-minded business owners. It's great to be able to roll ideas off of them and see what you can do together. I always feel that collaborations are an incredible thing to do in business because you learn from each other.
And you get the feedback from the clients. Perfect position, isn't it? Sarah, it is a wonderful story. Congratulations, and thanks for all your advice that we can all use today. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Now, if you want to find more about Spend With Us and buy from a bush business, head to spendwithus.com.au. And remember, if you're looking for small business tips or the latest news and expert advice, then you can find them online at kochiesbusinessbuilders.com.au or follow Kochie's Biz on Facebook, LinkedIn, Insta and X. See you next time. Next week on Kochie's Business Builders, it's Airbnb for caravans, the genesis of Camplify. Expert tips to amp up your branding and design, plus the AI assistance streamlining business tasks.